And welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3. Last time, things did not exactly go to plan, and the war against the shadows ain't quite over yet. Now this is the stage of Persona 3 where it can be pretty easy to feel like the plot is a little aimless and it kind of spins its wheels for a bit. You would not be the first person to feel that way if you think that. I don't think it's quite as bad as people make it out to be, although Reload and honestly each successive reiteration of the game after its initial vanilla release on PS2 has taken strides to kind of bait this feeling, but still, it can kind of feel like you're just waiting for things to happen at this stage of the game. Still, we've got plenty we can do, like talk to our allies. Can't believe we respected that scumbag Akutsuki so much. Dude, I'm so pissed off. This would be a great time for one of those memory erasers. I'm never gonna trust another adult ever again. Just getting some Persona 5 foreshadowing there. Not really. What in the world was Akutsuki-san plotting? He went on about resurrection and sacrifices, but he kicked the bucket before explaining the most important part. I never thought he'd be such an irresponsible adult. Ken's a little too comfortable with the idea of death at this point. I think it's for the best if we skip going to Tartarus tonight. Not everyone is here, so I doubt anyone would want to go anyway. Yeah, fair point. Not that I wanted to go, really.
Listen.
As you already know, Mitsuru's a very strong person, but this is just too huge. Yeah, if you hadn't already guessed, Mitsuru is going to be MIA for a little bit. One funny thing I can comment on while we're just getting on to our next order of business is that in Persona 3 FES specifically, the scene with Yukari does not actually play immediately after she gets the DVD from Fuka. That was added in Portable and retained for Reload. Just one of those minor things I don't really feel like is worth showing too often, but it's fun to comment on. Anyways, let's collect our rewards for rescuing people. I found that grade school kid the other day. She brought this here as a way of saying thanks. Here, it's all yours. And we get a felt doll. We'll have to take a look at what that does. They found that missing guy the other day. I tried questioning him, but his answers didn't make any sense. He said some... Oh, God, your text is so repetitive. Hey, Berserker's Seal. High counter for those you feel it might be good on.
By the way,
They found the missing woman the other day. Tried questioning her, but her answers didn't make any sense. I'm guessing her memory's fuzzy. At any rate, she left this as a token of her appreciation, so I think you should have it. Okay, and we get an avaricious ring. Ooh, I think I know what that is, but I'd rather double check it just to make sure I don't make any erroneous claims. That would be bad habit or bad practice to spread misinformation. Let's just take a quick look at those new accessories we got. So the avaricious ring, yes, that is an EXP booster. Not something I really care about, but it's there if you want it. The felt doll gives you Invigorate 1, which is honestly kind of useless. I'm pretty sure we have something superior to that. In fact, let me take a look at Ken here. Yeah, I gave him the Sorcerer's Mark. That's Invigorate 2, so it's just flatly superior. Whatever. Saving Maiko is obviously its own reward. With all that hullabaloo addressed, it is a Thursday, and Mutatsu is here. So, yeah, I've been waiting for you. You got a minute? Seems like Mutatsu wants to talk. I feel as though we can grow closer to blah blah blah, and yes, we are primed for the Rank 10 event. Let's go. You never change, do you? Well, have a seat.
Maybe this is what they call divine guidance. The detective called me this morning and said he found my wife and son. He said they're running a small restaurant. Sounds like it's pretty popular among the locals. My son's married. His wife is pregnant. Sure makes me feel old. Ain't coming back till I earn their forgiveness. So, I'll be out of town for a while. I decided the next time I saw your face would be the day I leave. So I'll be going tonight. I'll get down on my knees if I have to. If my son wants to sock me in the face, well, that's fine too. I've been thinking about proposing to my wife again. Even though I'm not so good with words. I'm gonna say, I want to recite the sutras with you by my side for the rest of my life. Well, how's that sound?
Oh, I think it's perfectly romantic. Give it a shot, dude.
Come on, kid, you're embarrassing me. Might not mean much coming from a monk who couldn't relinquish thoughts of the family he lost. But I was finally able to face the fact that I was drinking to hide my true feelings. It was an enlightenment of sorts. It's all your fault, kid. After lecturing you all those nights, you started reminding me of my son. Maybe Buddha sent you to help me. I gotta admit, I believe in fate. If I'd not met you, I don't think I'd ever see my family again. I owe you, kid.
Mutatsu thanked me from the bottom of his heart. I feel like we really understand each other now.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Tower Arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the tower within thyself.
Yes, we have maxed out the Tower social link. A little bit later than the other versions of the game, although not that much later than FES due to me losing track of that social link. But regardless, it's finally done and dusted. Yeah, we had other things to do, and I'm sure Mutatsu doesn't relish the idea of hoarding a high schooler's time, so maybe it's for the best that we left it for this point. Anyway, the Tower social link has reached its maximum. You can now fuse Chiyu, the Warrior King. Chiyu is not one you're going to be seeing in a normal playthrough, because I think he's like a level 93 persona or something. That said, he does have a few notable things about him. Notably, he can produce the Barbaric Bracers accessory, which gives you an Omni-Evade bonus, giving you a huge evasion bonus against every attack type in the game, which can be helpful for certain strategies involving this game's bonus boss. He's also the fusion material for Yukari's ultimate weapon in FES and Portable, but that's not really something you're going to be, again, able to flex in a normal playthrough due to his ridiculously high level. Yukari just keeps on losing. Other than that, he's another one of the things that learns Arms Master in the game, so he's useful in that regard, I suppose, but not really a persona I've ever been able to use. Honestly, the other persona that I kind of consider the ultimate of the Tower Arcana is easier to gain access to before the game is over, and also has similar fringe perks to fusing him.
Here, take this. Think of it as a goodbye gift.
Got a reserve tag? Huh.
When you mix Cointreau with white rum and lemon juice and shake it, you get a cocktail called XYZ. Movies and manga often use the initials XYZ to symbolize the end of something. But I consider XYZ to be the best of the best. It tastes so good going down. I'll be praying that your future will be XYZ. So long, kid.
I held the reserve tag tightly and returned to the dorm.
Welcome. As I'm sure you are aware, you are currently in a dream. Now then, there has been a change in you recently. Have you noticed?
Well, to be honest, for some reason I feel a little more empty on the inside. Not sure why, though.
I do not speak of your change in circumstances. I refer to the change in your mentality. That is why I have summoned you here tonight. Going forward, there is one thing you mustn't forget.
The paper I signed at the dorm is lying before Igor.
You do recognize it. I can see that. Shall I remind you of your commitment? I choose this fate of mine own free will. There is no need to worry. No matter which path you choose, I shall respect your decision. However, you alone must bear the responsibility for your actions, no matter what sort of end they may bring about. Please do keep that in mind. Well then, I bid you farewell.
Yo, Chidori. Sorry about not being able to visit lately. A lot's been going on. Hey, what's wrong? So, you heard about Takai and Jin, huh? I was planning on telling you. I get that they were your friends, but we had to fight them. Huh? Is that not it?
I was right. This fear, this pain. Junpei, in 2 years, what will you be doing?
In 2 years? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Why do you ask? Oh, almost forgot to mention. I noticed you stopped. You know, hurting yourself.
Huh? Oh. I guess.
That's good. I mean, you have such beautiful hands.
Don't touch me!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
This is too painful. It used to be fun when you came to visit, but now it's different.
Huh?
It hurts inside. I can't breathe. I can't take this anymore.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Did I do something wrong? Tell me what it is.
Junpei, don't come here anymore.
Chidori. But why?
That was honestly a really upsetting bit of tension between Junpei and Chidori. I can only imagine what's going through Chidori's mind right now. Well, regardless, we have to get on with our own happenings of the day. I can sense the power growing within you stems from the bonds you have forged and nurtured. Here, it may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. And we get a couple Twilight fragments. Literally just a couple. Anyways, there are a ton of Elizabeth requests to get through, so let's just look over from the bottom. We still got a Fuse Daisojo, which we'll be getting to in due time. Gotta retrieve the last old document. Hey. Gotta create a persona with Tempest Slash, which shouldn't be too difficult. Honestly, if I'm lucky enough, I should be able to card it.
Look in your eyes. It's strong. Fierce. A far cry from how you looked the day we first met.
Okay, Elizabeth, please let me explain the quest. Let's see, we got to get a weapon for her. Got to clean a restroom. Let's see, bring me food for a furry friend. Okay, and Odin juice. Let's get all these collected right here. The request is this time is to clean up the city. The location shall be Port Island Station's restroom. Please help clean that area. You've already been provided with the necessary cleaning tools, so please make good use of them. Okay, that works for me. We also need to go water the flowers. While we were taking a stroll around Gekkoukan High School together, I noticed the flowers in the rooftop garden were on the verge of dying. Perhaps because not many people frequent that area? What a sad sight for such a lovely spot. Would you be so kind as to give those flowers some water? Alright, works for me, works for me. We're gonna need some food for our furry friend. If you don't mind, I'd like you to bring me a certain food. However, it's not something that is typically consumed by humans. In fact, one of your friends seems to delight in eating it. The furry one with 4 legs. Did you know that? Okay, we're gonna have to get something from Kodomaru tonight. And then we've got Odin juice. Ah, about that request. It is very difficult to obtain even 1 can of Odin juice. Even among canned drink fanatics, only a few have managed to get their hands on it. As it would be unwise to conduct a search without any leads, I advise that you first speak with an expert. This is merely a hunch, but perhaps you'll find one such person near a persimmon tree. Okay. So we got a few leads there. Let's get to work on getting some of these requests done. Over here at the antique shop, Kirijo-san passed away. Well, we don't need to talk about that. So how can I help you today? Yeah, the shopkeeper has a little bit of commentary on that, although not too much insight. Starting things off in Port Island Station, we have to clean up the restroom. Now, in Persona 3 Vanilla and FES, you actually needed to directly equip the scrub brush weapon onto the protagonist in order to partake in this quest. Since the protagonist cannot equip it in versions past FES, instead you just need to have it in your inventory. Someone seems to be cleaning the restroom. Should I enter the restroom? For sure, for sure. Hey, you can't come in here. Still scrubbing the floors. Huh? Now do you use the toilet? Oh, okay, so you had to help out, huh? Wow, you even brought your own brush. You really came prepared, didn't you? Well, alright then. Why don't you start from the other corner? Okay, looks like I'll help the cleaning lady. One tile just won't get clean. Work smarter and not harder. Let's apply some soap to it. Even with soap on the brush, the grime won't come up. What should I do? Well, it's this point that we put a little bit of muscle into it. Give it all our strength and the grime is beginning to lift. The tile is completely clean. Wow, you could eat off that floor. Do you need help cleaning the school do you help clean the school restrooms after lunch or something? You really know your stuff. Thanks, kid. Just leave the rest to me. I successfully helped clean the restroom. Now we can report that back to Elizabeth, but let's take care of the other requests first. On the school rooftop, if we examine the central flower bed, flowers seem like they're about to wilt. Looks like this spot didn't get any water. Maybe I should water the flower bed? Yeah, let's do it. Give them a little bit of life. I give the flowers some water. They should be fine. For now. Alright, that's that taken care of. Finally, over by the persimmon tree. Kansai, huh? So even if I take the bus, it'll cost around 10,000 yen? How many drinks could I get with 10,000 yen? Yeah, what's up? You like drinks too, huh? But all of yours are normal drinks. That Kansai only drink is so rare and awesome that everyone wants a sip. She doesn't seem to be interested in the drinks I can buy here. We'll have to look for drinks that we can get outside of Tatsumi Port Island. While I'm thinking of it, I may as well get Daisojo fused. Let's see, can I make anything good with them? I'll just give him some really simple stuff here, and Mataru Gacha, since that's always helpful to have. So, let me see here. We need to get him, I think it's with Regenerate 3 in this game. Actually, in FES and Portable, I think you just need to fuse them in general, because there's a special fusion in that game, and that is an accolade all its own. There we get Samsara, which I'm never going to use. Next up is Invigorate 3. Let's see here. We'll get rid of Hamon, since that's just flatly inferior to it. Hama Boost, and I'm probably not going to use Samsara. Okay, so I do need to card Regenerate 3 onto him. Luckily, at this stage of the game, that is a very easy purchase to get. While I'm thinking of it, let's see, we got some power, we can buy a power incense too here. May as well get that while I'm at it. Alright, Elizabeth, we've got a ton of requests to turn in, so let's, work from the bottom here. Oh, seems you've already completed this request. One moment, please, while I check. I see that you have a Daisojo that meets the requirements I specified. That completes this request. It's no easy feat to create a powerful Daisojo with this skill. You have accomplished it without any major issue. Actually, I accomplished it by cheating. That is truly admirable. I applaud your efforts. Please take this as your reward. And we get some blue shorts for our efforts. Next up, it seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Thank you for your help cleaning the Port Island Station restroom. That brush you used to clean the bathroom. The filth that's now encrusted on the bristles might help in battle. A very primitive form of biological warfare. Maybe this is a sort of weapon fusion. No? Please take this as your reward. Not a bad idea, not a bad idea. Seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Thank you for watering the flowers that were on the verge of withering. I have heard that plants grow so long as one continues to water them. Admirable, isn't it? But plants aren't the only one capable of such a thing. Maybe I'll try this watering process on myself as well. There's a part of me I'd like to cultivate. The next time you see me, maybe I'll have grown a little in some way. Please take this as your reward. And we get another maid outfit. We are just getting loaded up on those. Okay, let me see here.
Very well. Good day.
Yes, okay. I was wondering, there's yet another location I would like to visit. Would it be alright if, you could invite me to your room? I'll be waiting for you there. How may I assist you? Well, no time like the present, Elizabeth. My, I've been waiting for you to ask. Shall we be on our way?
So, this is your current domicile, the student dormitory. So this is your room.
I've never seen many of these items before. If I might be permitted to ask, when I made the request to visit your room, did it make you a little suspicious?
I'll admit, it was kind of a strange question. What is your intention here, Elizabeth?
In truth, there is something I wanted to tell you. During my forays into your world, I encountered a great many things. Every single one of our outings is a treasured memory, each one a polished, glittering gem. Walking around the crowded Port Island streets, sampling the local cuisine, idling the hours away at the shrine, even visiting your school for a day. And I came to a realization. I had been subconsciously requesting to visit locations that were more and more central to your life. And today, I endeavored to visit the one place in your world where I could learn the most about you. That is the reason as to why I requested to visit your room. If I may be so bold, do you recall the day you gave me a tour of your school? There was a moment where I mentioned that I felt very fulfilled when I touched you.
I kinda remember that.
It was the first time I'd ever felt that way. I thought to myself, why did I feel so fulfilled? But after coming all the way here, I finally found my answer. I believe it's because I had the chance to walk in your shoes. Those of us who reside in the Velvet Room wait with great anticipation for our guests. Their arrival is our only link to the outside world and gives us a reason for being. When I'm together with you, I can have that all for myself.
I think I kinda get it. I mean, not fully, but I get what you're getting at. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Let me put it more plainly. I'm rather naive to the ways of your world, and there must have been many times when I behaved quite strangely. However, even I understand the significance of inviting a gentleman into his own room. If you wouldn't mind, I'd love for you to guide me through it.
Whoa, Elizabeth. I kinda wanna keep our relationship, on the down low. Just you are a Velvet Room attendant, and I am your guest. I think we should keep it that way.
I understand. I will refrain from asking any further.
I spent some time alone with Elizabeth. We can play video games. You ever play Innocent Sin online? Is the server still up?
I feel as if I've become an entirely different person compared to when I first set foot in your world. If I stay on this side any longer, I fear I will forget my duties entirely. But I understand that wouldn't be ideal for you. That is why I am drawing the line. No more visits here. I shall remain on my side. Thank you very much for acting as a guide on my journey of discovery. I am truly grateful. Now then, though the sorrow may be sweet, let us part.
I returned to the Velvet Room with Elizabeth. And that is, in fact, the last Elizabeth date. No more to do, and the option just disappears entirely. Let's collect our reward. It seems you completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. Thank you so much for showing me your room. To show my gratitude for indulging my curiosity to the end, I have something truly special for you. With it, you'll be able to fuse Lucifer of the Judgment Arcana, the Lord of Hell, whom no mere human could dare reach, his power unparalleled. However, someone of your caliber is plenty capable of rising to the challenge. I can but only gaze from below. However, I'm willing to stay by your side, no matter what heights you reach. I will overcome any ordeal that may stand in the way of my goal. That I believe so. Now concludes the last of my requests to explore your world. Thank you very much for everything you've done for me. Please take this as your reward. And yes, we can now fuse Lucifer. Not that we'll really be able to do that within a normal playthrough, but the option is there. If I'll probably do quite a bit with this file, actually. So, you know what? In due time. Let me think real
Very
quick.
well.
Yeah, I just need to do a quick double check of my persona stock, because I in fact did not have a magician persona. I fused off Rangda in order to create that Daisojo, so just need to grab a Nekomata real quick. Dude, this isn't good. Kenji, slow down. Just use full words here. Thanks. Let's go somewhere we can talk in private.
Hey, man. Sorry to make you come here. Damn it.
What? Are you trouble, man?
Yeah. Dude, it's bad. I don't know what to do. The school found out about Emiri and me. It blew up and became this huge thing. And now she's being transferred to a school in Kyushu. What do I do?
Maybe you should talk it out.
Yeah, man, that's what I thought. Except I feel like she's totally avoiding me. It's like all of a sudden she won't answer my calls or reply to my texts. She's probably only doing this to protect me, but still. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I gotta think of a plan, and I'm gonna need your help.
I'd really rather not, Kenji, but Tomochika opened up to me about his troubles. I feel like our relationship is stronger. And yes, rank 8. I'm just waiting for this to blow up in his face. If you've been watching the supplemental videos, you already know it does.
See you soon. Thanks for hearing me out today.
I parted ways with Tomochika and went back to the dorm.
Hello, this is Elizabeth speaking. I'm calling in regard to a recent change in Tartarus. It seems that a path that had been blocked off is now open. I thought it prudent to inform you. Well then, I wish you a safe journey.
Elizabeth said that a previously open blocked path is now open. I should check it out next time I go to Tartarus. And we will definitely be mindful of that.
I see you're back.
Looks like Mitsuru won't be coming back for a while. I'd like to think that she'll be okay, but I'm not so sure this time. Anyways, the new section of Tartarus that unlocked, it's actually pretty notable in FES and Portable, but it's not really any different from what we've seen up to this point in Reload, and we'll go over why in due time. First order of business is, I'd like to talk to Junpei.
Yeah.
Chidori, what happened to you? Not sure what the deal is with Junpei there, but I guess we'll find out in due time. Over here, Yukari.
Hey.
It's hard to believe in something. Just because you believe it doesn't make it true, after all. Personally, I almost stopped believing so many times. But ultimately, I'm glad I kept holding on to that belief. Because it turns out that my dad has always been the dad that I believed he was. Ah, that's nice. It is, I guess there was at least something good that happened. I am truly sorry. Even though he took control of me, I cannot believe I did such a thing to you. Could you ever forgive me? I guess you don't have to ask. Of course, you didn't want to do that. Thank you. I will continue to do what I can to help. And I can only imagine what was going through her head at that point. It was really tragic that she got taken over like that. Hey, Fuka, what's up? It sounds like there aren't any major issues with Aegis. What a relief. But I wondered if she's doing okay. I hope she doesn't feel guilty or anything. Oh, I think she'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. That's really reassuring coming from you. Hey, thank you. Anyways, over here is Konomaru. Hey. Konomaru seems to be happy after eating his fill of dog food. Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to get a specific item for her. Looks like he thinks I'm hungry. Konomaru is giving me a meaningful stare, his eyes full of sympathy. Well, it's just that easy. I think he's trying to share his dog food with me. Maybe I should accept it. Well, Elizabeth wants it. Alright, let's get this over to her. Elizabeth, dog food.
Wonderful.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. So, this is the food enjoyed by your little furry friend. Ooh, the label says luxury dog food. Is your friend something of a gourmet?
Oh my.
What an enticing aroma. Don't tell me they use that as an ingredient. Truly, I envy your friend for being able to enjoy such luxurious meals. Please take this as your reward. Elizabeth, are you gonna eat it? Okay. Anyways,
If I may
this
say
time, would you bring me a Featherman R action figure? Surely you know the catchphrase, evil be gone. The Phoenix Ranger of Love and Justice is here. And allow me to clarify, I'm only asking for a Featherman R action figure. Keep in mind, no other Featherman will do. Not for this request. Featherman. Do we know anybody who's in the Featherman? Ken, you seem like a pretty popular kid at school. You've got to know somebody who's into Featherman, right? Oh, hello, Zeller-san. Come to think of it, Elizabeth asked me to get a specific item for her. What? A Featherman R doll? Isn't that the prize you can win in a raffle? You enter by buying packs of gummy gum. I don't know if I have the time for that. Why would you want one? You're already in high school. I do have one. Hey, check it out. I'm not into it or anything. I just happen to have extra raffle tickets. Actually, I have a dupe of the same color, so you can have it. But please take good care of it. But wow, I didn't know you liked Phoenix Ranger Featherman R. Maybe we could watch it together sometime? Anyway, Elizabeth, Featherman R. It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. I see you've attained a Featherman R action figure. May I hold it? Interesting. You can put it in various poses and play with it.
Oh my.
Ooh, it's flexible enough to be put in this kind of pose. This may be a bit overwhelming for me, emotionally speaking. You may have this back. Please take this as your reward. And we get a sacrificial idol. Okay, I believe that one is equivalent of the Enduring Soul ability, but let's just double check that to make sure. That won't be the first time I misidentified what accessory does. Yeah, it is an Enduring Soul. Heck yeah, that's a very good ability to have there. Anyways, we pretty much officially hit the point where we just genuinely have nothing to do during the evening. I could play arcade games to boost the stats of my personae in this game, but I don't really have anything in Reload at this moment that I really feel like is worth maxing out. I mean, maybe Siegfried's Strength would be worth pursuing, but not something I'm super into at this point in time. So what I think would be a good idea to do is, why don't we take this time to hit the computer and start doing some different softwares here. Why don't we start with the Part-Time Master, just for the sake of showing it off. Part-Time Master. Looks like it teaches skills in customer service, accounting, and product stocking. Improve your skill set. Start with a promotion, end up a billionaire. A series of easy-to-understand instructions begin to play. I finished learning about a number of workplace skills. I feel like I can apply this knowledge to my part-time work. The amount of money you can earn from part-time jobs has increased. This means nothing. You get around the ballpark of like 4,000 to 5,000 yen from part-time jobs now. Not at all worthwhile, but, you know, demonstration purposes. It's gotten late. I should head back to my room. Starting up our FES montage, I think it's time for another round of, well, NPC roundup, as well as just whatever miscellaneous things I need to get to along the way. Of course, we're starting a new month, so we will also have a bunch of new side quests available to us, just like we did in Reload. Starting things out, though, I haven't been paying too much attention to the night NPCs, so I feel like I should be correcting that. I heard the rumor about Mr. Kirijo. To tell the truth, Mr. Kirijo owned the company I used to work for, but it's none of my business now. I can imagine how just a notable public figure like Mr. Kirijo, his death would get around. You guys noticing a lot of the Lost out there recently? It's weird. Just seems to be more and more of them every day. My friend fell victim to that apathy syndrome. I asked Mama if she could help me. She said she can't see her, so she can't do anything now. Now does seem like the time to use fortune telling, but I wonder what she was trying to say. Light will pierce the shadow. Until then, have patience. This is a bit of an ongoing thing with this duo over here. This lady believes in fortune telling, and I'm guessing this is her daughter here, does not believe in that hokum. Gekukon's chairman fell from the observatory while stargazing, right? Doesn't something about that picture strike you as odd? What do you think? You know, I think you're being paranoid. You like stars and now he became one? I just don't get it. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate that that Mitsuru's father died, and then the chairman, he's also got his mysterious death just happening around the same time. Now that it's winter, I bet people are thinking of Christmas, but I bet it's no sweat for you. How many dates have you got lined up? Oh, plenty in this version of the game. I feel a strange aura around you. In my mind, I see visions of people's past, present, and future. For most people, I see clearly and far ahead. But you are different. Your future is filled with both blinding light and stagnant shadow. I can see but a small portion. What lies beyond that is shrouded in mystery. What a peculiar fate you carry. Now, young man, bearer of light and shadow, if you wish to know more about the near future, come and talk to me. I will share my limited visions with you. Now tell me, would you like to know your fortune? Of course, of course. Very well. Under the fat crescent moon, a feeble light at the hollow tower. A gunshot rings out, shattering my vision into 1,000 pieces. I'm sorry, I can see no further, but I can say this, the shadow yet remains. Farewell then, may your future be bright. Ominous, ominous. Yeah, you can get your fortune told periodically throughout this game, just like in Reload, though no mechanical purpose for doing so. As you can imagine, depending on what point in the story you are, she will foreshadow different events that are going on. Of course, after something as significant as the death of Mitsuru's father and the chairman's betrayal, I can imagine how that's a bit of leaves you a little gobsmacked, and I can see why she can't really see much further than that. Moving on. Picking up at school, remember when we had reason to talk to Kenji and Kaz? I remember. Anyway, it must suck being from such an influential family. But some people aren't sad at all about what happened. They just want to make a grab for power. By the way, did you know the Kyurijo group built this school? Hope nothing bad happens. Yeah, me too. But yeah, it's gonna be complicated for Mitsuru going forward. Dude, I went to the middle school to check out next year's freshmen, and the cops came after me. You believe that? I got away. I didn't get to see if there were any hotties. Okay, yeah, let's ignore this guy. Let's see, this guy is just telling me about the Bay Area map. He has 2 sets of dialogue. One, he'll mention the upcoming exams, and then the other is he'll just show you the map, so you have something that kinda sorta resembles fast travel. Hey, Bebe, we'll get to Bebe in a bit. We'll actually be getting to him in a bit. I heard Mitsuru Senpai's father passed away. Must be very tough on her. I wish I could help her. You know, nobody wishes that more than me right now. Mitsuru-san's father died from his illness, right? My dad died, Her father was a great person, but isn't this over-exaggerating? The president's just getting some attention. Though, I kinda feel sorry for her. Now, come on, be sensitive, be sensitive. I told my parents what I wanted to do. I said I wanted to do something related to fashion. I'm going to school for that. I knew they wouldn't agree with that. You can tell by their faces. Nice that she's pursuing her dreams, though. Happy Henry likes beer, but could not obtain food. Every teacher has his or her own personal mnemonic for the first few elements in the periodic table. The one our teacher taught us is kind of raunchy, isn't it? I'm not going to comment on that. Let's see, there's Keisuke over there. We don't need to talk to him. I saw an old man pick a persimmon from the tree. It wasn't even ripe. Okay, that's not too important, but keep this lady in mind for later. Let me guess, waiting for your boyfriend? I'm waiting for my boyfriend, knew it. We're going to the drugstore in Polonium Mall to buy some skincare products. I don't want my skin to age prematurely. You know, yeah, that's a different kind of forward-thinkingness, but I can respect that as well. I've been investigating that observatory some more. Guess what? No one has even heard of anyone go inside. Plus, there's no trace of it ever being used for a school report or anything. Although, if no one went inside, that would have to follow... Well, not that it really matters, because all that is relevant to us for is that it's where Akutsuki died. Of course, in Tartarus. Man, there's so many Lost around these days. It's just crazy. You'd think after defeating that big shadow, we'd at least get a reduction in the number of Lost we're seeing. If you do something bad to the Sweet Shop's mascot, Azuki-chan, you'll lose control of your bladder. She might be cute, but don't think you can deface her. Okay, helpful advice. Could we get a boss fight against Azuki-chan? Oh, I don't think we're gonna be that lucky. I do have to admit, I just wanted to come up here and take a look at this guy, because he's kind of precariously posed, and it makes me a little nervous, because he's, not really in the right mind at the moment. That man and the lady, the old man and old lady too. Why are they just standing there, staring at nothing? Are they so tired they don't want to do anything anymore? Something like that. Something like that. My coworker got into an accident. He's got to wear a truss now. I feel sorry for him. He can't work until his back heals. There's no workman's comp for us cabbies. Yeah, that's, unfortunate. Wish I could help that guy out. My class won at sports day. We set a new record for jumping rope. Hey, some good news. I think it's because our teacher put all his time into practice every day. Worth considering. I was surprised to hear about Mr. Kirijo. Since the Kirijo group has a stake in this company, I'm worried about the future. But to tell you the truth, as long as I don't lose my job, I don't really care what happens. Well, I would say you should probably be a little less apathetic about what's going on in the world, but I can't really say I wouldn't be in the same situation. Dude, did you see that? She helped the cat that those brats were picking on. Then she fed it some real high-class gourmet cat food. Just a stray cat. Why is she making such a fuss over it? God, this guy following me around just won't quit. He must be one stubborn guy to follow anyone around that much. He'd make a great detective. You know, in a manner of speaking, I suppose. It's the time of year when school couples come out to the movies together. But what they don't know is that this thriller has a love story twist at the end. Man, you should see the expressions on their faces as they come out. I almost bust a gut laughing at it all. Hey. Something about that Lost. I don't know. Strange. The victims from that incident are going away. Usually they disappear after the full moon, but maybe something's changed and I didn't notice. Well, whatever it is, it doesn't seem good. Yeah, definitely. Even the media is starting to notice that something funny is going on. Ideally, we can make better headway on whatever comes next our way. Yeah, it's almost winter. This is getting cold, huh? It's almost winter. You two are on the same wavelength. You're so perfect for each other. What was up with those guys? They come in, act like a bunch of weirdos, and disappear. I don't get it. It's best to not worry too much about it. I don't see those two so much anymore. Thank God for that, man. They annoyed the shit out of me. Nice to see that they're moving on, at least. Hey, those motionless kids near the club. Are they the ones with that apathy syndrome everyone is talking about? Oh, you're worrying too much. Aren't they just relaxing? Although, they have been like that for a while. Are they gonna stay there forever? Possibly. I just wanted to see if he got different dialogue from talking to one of the other one. I've always talked to this one on the left and then just left it at that. This is the season where kids who don't have a sweetheart get all lonely. I blame the cold. Just don't try your hand with too many girls at once, or you could cause yourself some trouble. Not in this game. Well, at least not in the way I'm playing it. Can't get the timing down anymore. I'm so worried about my friend that I can't concentrate. Yeah, just look at all the Lost around here. It's crazy. I heard the rumor about Mr. Kirijo. To tell the truth, Mr. Kirijo owned the company. Oh, hey, same guy as the Knight. He's just been there for 24 hours. Okay, moving on. It's new request time. We get our final batch of item quests in Persona 3 FES. Same as the items we need to get in Reload. We gotta get a Featherman figure from Ken, specifically on 1121. We also have to get, oh yeah, it's right here. We have to get the dog food from Koromaru, which is available specifically on 1112. We'll just take those quests as we need them. Let's see, I still gotta work on the fusion spell side quests. We've also got Elizabeth's next date available in FES. The visit to Gekkokan High becomes available this month. We've also, of course, got new Tartarus quests to fulfill. Once we're able to ascend higher in Tartarus, we'll want to take care of that. Looks like we'll be able to go past floor 190 at least, possibly even more, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Let me see here. So the notable quests here is we've got to get Odin Juice. This one's very infamous for being permanently missable, so be very prudent about fulfilling the requirements for this one. We gotta go scrub the bathroom, which we're gonna take that right now. Will allow us to get Yukari's maid outfit, and also we have to find the missing person. This one is kinda strange, and has a very unintuitive solution to it. Remember that loss that I drew attention to by the vending machine in Port Island Station? That is the missing person that we need to interact with. But we need a very particular item, or items, in order to get that interaction. We'll come back to that when we get back to it. Right now, I'm going to take care of the Elizabeth date, and let me think. I may as well go over my scheduling here before I get to the next point of interest. This video is going to be going to 11.9. There's a lot going on in Reload this time. We're going to be hanging out with Bebe on 11.6. We're going to be finishing off Yuko's social link 11.7 the next day. We'll be hanging out with Akinari on 11.8, and then we will be progressing Yukari's social link to rank 7 on 11.9. But there's still going to be a couple more scattered points of interest I want to get to before I take care of all of that. With all that said, let me move on to the next thing. Circling back around to the completion of the Elizabeth date in this version, thank you for showing me around Gekkan High School. I'm slowly beginning to understand why being there lifted my spirits. Gekkan isn't just part of your world. It's a place where you spend time on a daily basis. A place saturated with your presence. That's why I'll leave that aside for now. It requires further consideration. Instead, let me give you a reward. It's another special gift. With this, you can fuse Hellbiker. He's a frightful man, but he's also a part of you. Like the rest, he emerges from the sea of your soul. Please accept your reward. If you remember, Hellbiker, we instead get him in Reload as a reward for completing Shinjiro's linked episode. He's a Elizabeth reward in this version instead. Technically an upgrade over Cert, although I don't really feel like it's worth fusing up to him. At least not in, the main game of Persona 3 FES. You'll find out what I mean later. Continuing on with quests, it's time to clean a bathroom, but it's very important that you know in this version that you must come properly equipped. It's not enough to just have the scrub brush in your inventory. You must equip it in this version of the game, otherwise you will get turned away when you try to go into the bathroom. However, doing the quest is much the same as it is in Persona 3 Reload. You're not here to do your business? Oh, okay, so you're to help out, huh? And the dialogue is pretty much the same as well, so I'll just take care of it. Now, coming into the evening of 11/6, there is something very important you want to do. And you'll want to do this on a select number of specific days. Hey, Cullen, I think Chidori hates me now. I don't know what to do, man. Come on, go see her, Junpei. Huh? Yeah, you're right. Maybe she was just having a bad day. Junpei seems a bit relieved. Now, this is a little dialogue choice-driven side quest that is available to advance on specific nights. The nights are 11/6, the current night we're on, 11/11, 11/14, and 11/22. If you want to avert a certain tragedy later in the game, you will want to speak to Junpei on each of these nights and encourage him. I believe it's also possible to speak to him during the day on certain ones, but generally, just as long as you talk to Junpei on the given day, you will be able to encourage him, and that will be important for later. This was something that was newly added in Persona 3 FES. It was not available in Persona 3 Vanilla, retained for Portable, and pretty heavily reworked for Persona 3 Reload, which we'll be going over later. However, that is just something we really want to make sure we take care of. Now, before I finish up this evening, we want to take a look at our vending machine. It's been a while since we had to use this, but something that we want to buy a ton of, and by a ton of, I mean 20, is Cielo Mist. We're going to need, I think it's 20, possibly 25, I'm pretty sure it's 20 though. We need 20 Cielo Mists in our inventory for one of the side quests that we picked up, and it is pretty slow and pretty boring getting those, so I'm probably not going to do it tonight, but when I get some free time, just know that I'm going to be grabbing 20 Cielo Mists from the vending machine. We're cleaning out the stock of this place. While I'm thinking of it, I may as well turn in the Scrub Brush side quest as well. You seem to have completed a request. Just a moment while I check. Thank you for helping to clean the Port Island Station restroom. The brush you used to clean the restroom. The filth that's now encrusted on the bristles might help in battle. Enemies could succumb to the germs. Maybe this is a sort of weapon fusion? No? Please accept your reward. You know, that's a really good idea, Elizabeth. They should have gone through with that. Anyways, we get Yukari's maid outfit for Persona 3 FES, which is of little help because we're not really going to be using her in this version. It'll be nice getting that in Portable, though. I think this is the last thing I really needed to go over. If there is anything that comes up along the way, well, obviously there'll just be another cut to it. Look at me, forgetting Tanaka's amazing commodities again. I gotta show it off. Ravenclaw will make you that much stronger if you're a dog. And 7 mega protein for over 100k? Well, I'm actually kind of light on cash, but you know what? We'll probably be going back to Tartarus pretty soon anyway, because I would like to start getting some additional funds, and also start creating some new personae. Okay, that should be the last thing I needed to show for FES. And including a little portable montage here, we actually don't have too many unique things coming up in the schedule as far as this video is concerned, at least not until Monday, where we're going to be getting the last rank of Akihiko's Social Link. There will be just a couple other things I'll cut to in this very, very brief portable montage, though. For our schedule, we're going to be oracling Ken tomorrow, we're going to be oracling Akihiko on Saturday, and we'll actually be getting a unique Yukari walk scene that evening, so obviously I'll be cutting to that. We'll be hanging out with Akinari again on Sunday, getting his rank 6 for this version of the game, and then, yeah, there'll be a couple of things that I can dedicate its own slot to on Monday, but let's move on with the montage for now. Of course, one big thing I'd like to note before we move on to story-related content is that Yukari, now that she's got her upgraded persona, she is unlocking higher tiers of skills. As you can see, Diarahan has already slotted itself into her skill list, and Diorama will likely be pushed out in due time. She's due to learn Gutterdyne, which will be very nice. As you can see, Yukari very heavily starts to focus on her magic stat at this point in the game, so if we equip her with the Bayou Bracers, Gutterdyne actually does some pretty good damage for her, so it's nice to see that Yukari is finally taking off as an offensive powerhouse, although probably she's not going to be quite as good as a well-optimized Mitsuru. As per usual, we also have our new line of quests in Persona 3 Portable, and of course, the ones that award us the maid outfits, much more important in this version of the game, since I'm actually using the characters that they are relevant to, and of course, said characters have been buffed up. We also, of course, got Theodore's date, so that'll be another thing to put into the supplemental video, and is there anything else interesting here? Nah, looks like it's all the same stuff. As you can see, I'm a little bit behind on the fusion requests in Persona 3 Portable, so I will definitely want to get to that, but yeah, otherwise everything is looking as normal. We've also got the item quest to fulfill, and the Odin Juice request, which it's going to be a little bit before we can fulfill that one, but we'll get it done in due time. And moving on to Theo's reaction, thank you for showing me around Gekkokan High School. I shared the bread that I bought at the school shop with my master. I took advantage of that opportunity and suggested that we have school lunches delivered to the Velvet Room. However, it would seem that there are too many difficulties to make that a feasible addition to our routine. Gekkokan isn't just a part of your world. It's a place that you inhabit on a daily basis. Coming into contact with such a place saturated with your very presence was an exciting opportunity for me. That's why I will put that aside for now. There's more that I need to consider. Instead, let me give you a reward. It's another special gift. With this, you can fuse Hell Biker. He's a frightful man, but he's also a part of you. Like the rest, he emerges from the sea of your soul. Please take this as your reward. And we get a red muffler. Alright, on to the next thing. Just like in FES, you'll want to talk to Junpei and give him some encouraging responses here. And once again, it'll be all the same days that I listed in FES, in case you forgot. It's the 6th, the 11th, the 14th, and the 22nd. Want to make sure we hit all of those days to encourage Junpei. And I suppose we can get Theo's reaction to clearing the scrub brush quest. Thank you for helping to clean the restroom at Port Island Station. The brush you used to clean the bathroom, the filth that's now encrusted on the bristles might help in battle. A very primitive form of biological warfare. Maybe this is a sort of weapon fusion? No? Not that different from what Elizabeth had to say, but what is different is that we are getting a buffed up maid outfit. Remember that the maid outfits are slightly weaker in Persona 3 FES. They're around like 92 or 95 defense, I think, and they have no special abilities. However, in Persona 3 Portable, it's a cool 118 defense plus 50 additional SP. This is pretty much good enough armor for the entire rest of the game, so this is probably, once we get the maid outfits for everybody, what the squad in Persona 3 Portable is going to be using for the remainder of the game, so get used to that. We're going to have a team that's made to order. And since we were hitting up Club Escapade in FES earlier, why don't we talk to that mysterious man who's exclusive to Portable you've seen before is drinking alone again. Hey, it's you. We seem to run into each other a lot lately, huh? You seem to be severely depressed today. I haven't had a single good night's sleep lately. I keep having this weird dream. I know exactly why. It was just a spur-of-the-moment thing, but I cheated on my girl. You remember the one I said was stuck with? She might be pregnant. I'm starting to feel guilty about the whole thing. Stupid, isn't it? Hey, do you think it's an unforgivable sin to cheat on someone? Or is it just human nature? Ooh, that's a bit of a loaded question. Honestly, I don't know. Not surprised. It's not something a guy my age should be asking a high schooler anyway. When I was young, I thought my life was just beginning, but now I'm past 30 and nothing ever seemed to have got going for me. Every day is more of the same betrayal and acting on my ridiculous desires. I wonder if I'm gonna have that dream again tonight. Shit, I feel like I'm going insane. This guy seems like he has a lot of problems. Well, we'll check in on him later and see if he sorts out his issues. I think he should at least apologize to his girlfriend. And just one last interesting thing is we actually have a pop quiz on the 7th in Persona 3 Portable. This wasn't actually here in FES, so that's an interesting little thing. It's November already. The seniors must be frantically studying now. You'll share their fate next year. I can see you all now, tearing your hair out. Anyway, it's a bit cold today, but there's no need for the heater. Can you tell us why, Zoe? Winter is cold. You must appreciate the temperature rather than curse it. That's the Japanese way. Do you understand? You do, don't you? As, say, Shonagon once said, Fuyu wa sutomete. I'm sure you know what that means, Zoe. And that will be, winter mornings are pleasant. So you do have a bit of common sense. Sutomete means early morning. She admires what the snow represents, the beauty of winter frost. Rather than cursing the winter chill, she appreciates its positive qualities. Oh, how wonderful Japanese is, as opposed to modern youth anyway. If you think my hair is frosty, too, remember that you'll eventually be just like me. You gave the correct answer. Personally, I kinda like not having my skin dry out. I like a nice moderate temperature, something in spring. And finally, for this brief detour into Persona 3 Portable, there's that walk sequence that I mentioned. We got 2 unique things in one single day. How cool. I was expecting only Monday to have that. Koromaru looks happy. Anyways, we're taking Yukari along this time. Woof woof, woof woof. Ugh, jeez, you're too fast. Thought I was a good runner too. Well, sorry. Looks like I made you worry. I'm okay now. I've been thinking. Koda-chan isn't coming here because he's lonely. He comes here to show his master that he's okay. He's showing that he has friends who care for him. But he'll be alright. I understand that. You talked with Yukari for a while. That was a nice one. I like that. Woof! It seems Koromaru is done playing. Ah, speak of the devil. Alright, you're not gonna beat me home. Let's race! You decide to go back to the dorm with Koromaru. And guess who forgot Tanaka's amazing commodities? One of these days I'm gonna remember that I plan to include this in a montage. Anyways, today he's selling a ruby. Rubies are actually very important for later. He's also selling 2 sapphires, which also trade for some pretty decent enemies. And at 20k yen, well, against our 6 million yen, I suppose the price doesn't really matter. But 20k is still a steal for these items. We'll want definitely to have 10 rubies before the end of the game. I can hear people talking.
By the way,
Jeez, there's someone with apathy syndrome at my cram school, too.
you know
I
what?
heard the city isn't the only one affected. It's happening in other places. I wonder what's going to happen to this country.
What?
Come on, don't say such scary things. I'm sure someone will take care of it. Looks like apathy syndrome hasn't exactly been addressed by defeating the hangman. And we also still have quizzes and lectures to sit through. It's just the worst. Now we begin. Om Bhadra Ratna Om. Today we'll be examining regional forms of magic. First up is India, one of the birthplaces of magic. You may not think of India as an especially magical place, but it most assuredly is. Consider how esoteric Buddhist magic came from India. It was a definite influence on Gnosticism, and a foundation of modern-day Theosophy. It's even said that the Upanishads, part of the Vedas, are the original books of magic. Many ancient Indians were passionate in their search for magic. These Indian magicians emerged in similar circumstances as other places around the world. In India, it's traditional to lead a pious life, but eventually some people claim to have gained immense power through tapasya. At first, their claims were rejected, but they slowly gained power in numbers. Eventually, they were accepted into common practice. These are the ascetics mentioned in Upanishads. However, any normal human wouldn't be readily able to mimic their skills. Those known as the Tapasa have surpassed the limitations of humanity. Do you think you could fast and pray for months at a time without eating or sleeping? You'd die before attaining any powers at all. So, it's understandable that the Buddha rejected such extreme asceticism. Of course, the Upanishads aren't all about such radical practices. They contain very practical methods too. Yoga, for instance, was also introduced through these scriptures. Say, are you all listening? No out-of-body projections now. How about a test to see if you're paying attention? Get it wrong, and you better be ready for a heaping dose of bad karma. Om Vajra Ratna Om. Now, who should I pick? I choose these, other. What is the ancient Indian magical text I mentioned today? You mentioned it like 30 different times. Okay, it was more like 4 times. But the Upanishads. Correct. You still need to live an honest life, though. I can't pile on any good karma. Moving on, there are many different schools of yoga and near countless asanas or poses being taught. Some asanas are for health, while others are for prayer. One important branch of Hatha Yoga, a type of yoga that many people are already familiar with today, or one important branch is... In this branch, one cultivates a healthy body to obtain purity of mind. I answered correctly, and I've got everyone's respect. Still. I guess, what's going on with you? For some reason, I was unable to concentrate on the lesson today. This is very unlike me. I've never lost focus on an assignment before. I guess seems to be having some doubts. And hey! Looks like Junpei wants to talk to us. Well, let me just read the text message from Junpei in front of him. How you doing? Lots been happening all at once, so I was wondering how you've been holding up. Wanna grab a bite for a change of pace? You know what? That actually sounds pretty nice. He's literally right here, so I'll just talk to him face to face. Oh, it's you. Hey, you see that message I sent you about grabbing a bite? Yeah, I saw it on my lunch break. Should I spend some time with Junpei? Yeah, let's go. Alright. Nice. Wanna get something that's strip mall? Oh, let's go to Port Island Station first.
Hey, mind if I pop in there real quick?
Welcome. What kind of flowers are you looking for today?
Oh, they're for a girl who's in the hospital right now.
Yeah, wildflowers, are they? In that case, how about these ones here?
Let's see. Alright, one of those.
White flowers? Are you sure about that?
Huh? What, is that bad? Oh, she likes the color white, so I figured...
I'm sure it will be fine as long as you have a reason. Okay, let me wrap it up for you.
On second thought, I think I'll pass. Sorry for the trouble. Well, sorry for the pointless detour.
Oh, come on. Well, what's wrong, Junpei?
It's just... Look, I don't really get it myself. Hey, wanna go sit somewhere for a bit? I don't feel like standing around and talking. So, the girl I'm visiting... I think I made her upset. I want to tell her I'm sorry, but I don't even know what I did wrong. She told me not to come around anymore. So what am I supposed to do?
Maybe you should just give her a try again. Maybe she was just having a bad day.
That's what you'd do if you were in my shoes? Oh yeah. I'm sure you would be able to pull it off that way, but... It feels like I'm trapped in some kind of loop, you know? No matter how motivated I get, it's getting me nowhere. Been that way since I played baseball. Those hero moments, where if I could just hit the ball, man, I get so amped. Except I never once got to be the hero. Whenever it was clutch time, I always struck out. And I guess nothing's different now.
Come on, Junpei. Things can still change. You can always work for improvement.
Thanks. Whew. Feels like I got a huge weight off my shoulders. Didn't think the day would come when I'd be talking to you about my problems, man. But I guess it's not really a secret that I got problems, huh? And besides, I kinda hate to admit it, but the answer you give is probably the right one. Ugh, crap, I'm losing my edge. I need something to get back in the groove. Let's get Katsudan or Katsu to wake us up. Oh wait, do they even have Katsudan there?
Junpei didn't buy the white flowers he picked out. I wonder if he's going to skip visiting the hospital.
Hey! You zoning out over there?
Junpei and I stopped by Wakatsu on our way home. I feel like my academics have improved after eating a healthy meal, which is of limited help to us at this point, but really, we were just here to spend time with Junpei. He needs our support. We can still get a little bit more out of him, though. Hey, Junpei, I don't understand. What happened to Chidori? Looks like Junpei still hasn't been able to visit the hospital yet. If only I could give Junpei something that would encourage him to take action. If only. Well, we're gonna have to save that for a later date, and by later date, I mean we can probably get it taken care of tomorrow. For right now, what we're gonna do is we are going to Polonia Mall, and we are going to get Tanaka's last social link event. We just knocked out both nighttime social links in one video. Go me. I do have something of a life lesson in mind, though it might not necessarily apply to you. Still interested? It'll be 100% free. Sounds good to me, Let's go, President Tanaka. Haha, let's not tarry on any longer. The clock's ticking. Pay attention now.
I've decided to make a donation. They're raising money to help orphans in foreign countries. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not doing this out of the goodness of my heart. It's a long-term investment. Children who learn to cope with adversity are more likely to become rich and famous, like me. I'm thinking of donating 10 million yen. Not a corporate donation, but a private one. When I told them over the phone, they sent me this.
President Tanaka handed me a piece of paper. It looks like a thank you letter from the charity group.
I received it the very next day. Guess I can't back out now. 10 million yen is nothing to me, though. Once those children grow up and become successful, I'll introduce myself to them. I'll say, I'm the one who made all this possible. Then I'll be well taken care of in my old age. If it wasn't for our conversations, I probably wouldn't have considered this. By talking to you, I seem to have developed an interest in watching others mature. Thank you for that. Actually, I should be thanking myself for so wisely taking note of this.
Beneath his selfish demeanor, I can tell he really appreciates me. I feel like I understand him now.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Devil Arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the Devil within thyself.
Yes, we have maxed out the Devil social link. You can get this done much earlier than I did in Reload, and obviously if you've been following the supplemental videos, I got this done very, very early in FES and Portable, because this social link always goes up when you interact with it. Not that it really helps out to pursue this one early, which is why I wasn't too pressed about dealing with it right now. Devil's not a super good Arcana, and the one it unlocks, the Persona it unlocks, is another one that's a little too high level to use in a normal playthrough for the most part, though not impossibly high, and I will probably end up fusing him in FES and Portable just for the purpose of creating, or rather FES, just for the purpose of creating a weapon for Akihiko, because this Persona does fuse into Akihiko's ultimate weapon. You can create Beelzebub. He has another notable thing about him, but we'll cover that when we're actually able to fuse him.
You can keep that letter. 10 million yen. I worked myself to the bone for that money, and all I have to show for it is that piece of paper. But it's not a bad feeling.
And we get a thank you letter. Thank you, President Tanaka.
I'll be going now. The paparazzi could be anywhere. If any one of them were to find out, my brilliant plan would be ruined. Oh, by the way, about that exclusive modeling contract, I've decided to pass on that deal. Rather, it's your fault for sending me mixed messages. Anyway, quit associating with shady middle-aged men like me, and find what truly makes you happy. Bye forever.
It's getting late, so I'll go back to the dorm. I've got a few text messages, and all these people I'm gonna leave unread. Haha. We might not be able to hang out with Tanaka anymore, but we can still buy his crapola, so let's see. Today we're introducing a mystery doll set. Calling all doll collectors, we've got a great selection of dolls just for you. First up, we have the Japanese doll, and it comes in a bundle of 3. Look at this fine craftsmanship. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. But wait, there's more. We'll throw in this 2 homunculi. All this for just 9,800 yen. This is a special limited product available today only. You heard right, today only. Well, the Japanese doll isn't that important, but I'll always take more homunculi. Next time, we'll be introducing a bodybuilding supplement set. Don't miss it. Now, before we get into our social link for today, we're going to be hanging out with Akinari once again. We've got something important to take care of. Over at the flower shop Rafflesia. Welcome to Rafflesia. What kind of flowers are you looking for today? Well, what we need is the white flowers that Junpei was gazing at. They might please someone. I think it would be wise for us to get these for Junpei. Now, this white flower is the equivalent of interacting with Junpei in FES and Portable, so be sure to buy it. It'll be very, very important that you do this later. We'll be able to give it to Junpei during the evening. For right now, though, we're going to head to Naganaki Shrine, and we're going to hang out with Akinari, because, you know, he could really use the company. I don't know, just look at him. He looks so frail. It's you. I've been looking forward to the next time I could speak with you. Seems Kamiki would enjoy my company. I feel like I might grow closer to Kamiki soon. Should I spend the day with him? I want to. You'll stay? Thank you. Truly.
I've been writing more of my story. How much did I tell you about? Oh, right. The pink alligator and the bird became friends, right? This was the alligator's first friend, and he was very happy. They started going to the river every day, and the alligator would listen to the little bird sing. But the pink alligator still had trouble hunting because of his color. He was so terribly easy to spot, and his prey always had plenty of time to escape. Eventually, he became so hungry that he grew dizzy. And one afternoon, he accidentally ate the bird as it slept in his mouth. Of course, he immediately realized what he'd done. He drank swamp water to vomit his friend back up. But he was too late. The bird was already dead. After that, he couldn't bring himself to eat anything. That's as far as I've written. I haven't decided on an ending yet.
That sounds so sad.
Oh, is it really that dark? For me, it's hard to tell. The words I use come from my own life. I don't really have a point of reference. But I see. So, this is depressing for others. You know, when I mentioned I was writing a diary, that was a lie. I was writing my will. I couldn't face reality, and I was essentially screaming curses into my notebook. For now, though, I'm writing my story in the same notebook. It probably isn't very good, but it contains some things that I've learned during my short life. When it's done, I'd like you to be the first to read it. Meeting you is why I started writing it, you know?
Kamiki is looking deep into my eyes. I feel like our relationship is stronger now. And with that, the Sun Social Link is up to rank 7. Take us 3 more weeks to get this one finished up. I hope that's enough time.
I've been trying to come up with a good ending, but I just can't decide, and I'm running out of time. I've got to go now, but I hope to see you again.
I parted ways with Kamiki, then headed back to the dorm. Alright, looks like we've got a ton of people to talk to. First order of business, though, the most important person to talk to, Junpei. Tomorrow I'll visit her for sure, but I don't know what to say to her. If only I had some kind of reason to see her. Looks like Junpei still hasn't been able to visit the hospital yet. Come to think of it, I have the white flower Junpei had his eye on. Should I give it to him? Yes, give it to Junpei. Hey, isn't this... Come on, let's have a little chat.
Why do you have these flowers?
You should give them to her, Junpei. Come on, you know why I have them.
What the heck, dude? What's your deal? Or is this like a crush thing? Because this is too much love to handle.
Come on, Junpei, you're acting like a baby now.
Whoa, uncalled for? Am I not allowed to be in a bad mood? Damn it. You really backed me into a corner here. I can't just not go now after all this. But, well, thanks. Guess I should take a page out of your book and finesse my way in. Except these flowers don't really make me look cool at all. Maybe I should come bursting in with the whole bouquet.
Alright, looks like we got Junpei a little bit of confidence there. Okay, I'm gonna try and talk to Chidori. I mean, I can't blow this chance. There's no way I can back out now. Indeed, indeed. Over here, Mitsuru will be gone a little bit longer. There's so much she has to deal with on her own now. I wish there was more I could do for her. I wish there was something we could all do for her. But, unfortunately, that is not the case. Over here we got Ken. I wonder if Mitsuru-san's okay. She can't seem to rely on any adults. I suppose adults are less reliable than I thought. That's life, I suppose. Up here, all the ladies. I will follow everyone's example and refer to that man as Akutsuki from now on as well. Akutsuki never mentioned anything about his plot, even when we were alone, meaning he completely hid his true nature. It is truly an extraordinary feat. This clearly illustrates how unique his psychological state was. You're right, the more time I spend thinking about it, the more frightening it seems. And all this time, we never suspected a thing. Ugh, it makes me sick. Yeah, I even watched a recording of him just on his lonesome, and he still was cracking the terrible puns. I mean, I don't have access to recordings of people in the dorm. I wonder what'll happen now. The shadows, Tartarus, the Dark Hour are still here. The whole reason we were fighting was for nothing, and now we're just stuck here. Ugh, this is pissing me off! Damn you, Akutsuki! Please calm down, Yukari-chan. Getting angry won't help.
Yes.
That is correct. It would be more productive to refrain from thinking about him at all. Suppose that's a fair point. Fair point. Can I help you? Let's just talk for a little bit, Fuka. The chairman was always telling us lame jokes. Do you think that was even his real personality? Was he just faking it this entire time, pretending everything was normal? I wonder if he even enjoyed his time here.
Well,
No one knows. Not anymore. The answers shall elude us now and forever.
yeah.
Who cares? All we need to know is that he betrayed us. I'll never forgive him for using my father. Yukari probably has very, very justifiable reasons for being mad at him. We're gonna go for just one more day, and what we're gonna do here is spend our time on the computer. Let's play a little Muscle Boot Camp. Muscle Boot Camp. It seems to be educational software that teaches you about muscles. In this short session, you'll learn 600 ways to use your muscles. An immense amount of information is being presented at a rapid pace. Congratulations, you are hereby promoted to Muscle Sergeant. I sure learned a lot about how to use my muscles. I feel like I have more stamina now that I've watched this. With that, our max HP has increased by 7. Not a huge amount, but every little bit helps, I suppose. It's gotten late. I should head back to my room. I can hear people talking. Hey, good news! I heard the boy who's transferring here today is one hot stud muffin. Oh yeah? Came to school the other day to submit some paperwork, right? Wonder which class he's in. If our seats are next to each other, we'd have to sit real close to share textbooks. Well, he's actually going to be in 2F. We'll just have to check him out later. A new student is transferring to 2F. That's my class. I wonder who it could be. I guess it's not that it really matters to us either way.
Alright everyone, today we have yet another transfer student. Is this really our third one? Guess that makes it a hat trick. Go on, introduce yourself.
My name's Ryoji Mochizuki. I'd appreciate it if you could show me the ropes.
Hey, he's kinda cute. I was thinking the same thing. Hey, not so loud.
It's nice to meet you.
Pretty sure he's looking at me. Huh. Another new person we've hit it off with?
He was living overseas for a long time due to his parents' work, and that means he might not be familiar with all of our customs. Be sure to give him a hand if there's something he doesn't understand.
Thanks.
Now then, you need a seat. Let's see. That one's open. Up front, second from the left.
Oh, Miss Toriumi? That seat's taken.
You don't show up, you lose your seat. Have I not been clear about this? Life is just a game of musical chairs. Let that be a lesson to the rest of you.
Uh-huh.
Hey there. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name.
You are dangerous.
Dangerous? I haven't even asked you out to dinner yet.
Dinner? I guess, what's the matter?
Rejected right off the bat. You're one interesting girl.
What the heck?
Your teacher understands, I guess. You barely had time in the spotlight as the new kid, and now you have to share it. Except right now, you should be paying attention to me. Hey, is anyone even listening? Pay close attention.
And we have another lecture. Weird though. Why didn't I guess like Ryoji? Strange. Well, regardless, settle down, everyone. Just because we have a new student, that doesn't give you a license to misbehave. Anyone who doesn't pipe down now gets left out of the school trip next week. Got it? Good. Now let's begin. Where did we leave off last time? Forget it. I don't need a textbook for this. I'm feeling sleepy. But you know what? We've been a good student thus far. We'll stay awake. Indeed, 'twas I who found the corpse. That's it. I'm not going to say it again. Be quiet. The students who actually want to pay attention can't hear. If you must gossip about Mochizuki-kun, wait until the break, or just talk to him yourself then. I forced myself to stay awake and listen to the lecture. May get a little bit of academics there, but Ryoji, huh? Let's see if we can't get a little bit more insight into this guy.
Mochizuki-kun! How was your first day after transferring? I hope you like it here, Mochizuki-kun.
Oh, I do. And please, call me Ryoji.
Hey, do you have plans today? If not, maybe we can go somewhere for tea?
Oh, Mochizuki-kun? Sorry to interrupt, but could you stop by the faculty office? I'd like to give you a copy of the paperwork for your transfer. And let's see. Right, could you come along too? Go ahead and take that home with you. That should just about do it.
Thanks. Guess I'm done here then. See you tomorrow.
Sorry, hold on. Could you two take these boxes over to the music room?
Okay, but all of them?
Yes. You know where the music room is, right? I think the boxes are full of sheet music. They're really heavy, so be careful not to hurt yourselves. I signed for these packages on behalf of the music club, but I can't keep them here forever. That damn Ekoda. I mean, Mr. Ekoda has been talking my ear off, nagging me to get them out of here.
Come on, we can't let the poor teacher carry all that herself. Let's help her out.
Ooh, now that's what I like to hear, Mochizuki-kun. Why don't I bump both your composition grades up a little? Joking, of course.
I wouldn't mind handling this by myself, but I did just transfer here. Do you think you could show me the way to the music room? Whew. I think that's all of it. That was harder than I expected. but the teacher needed our help, right? I gotta say, though, you are stronger than you look, huh? Do you work out or something?
Oh, I am in the track team, of course.
Oh, are you on a sports team? Like baseball or soccer? I think there's a track team, too. I'd like to join one, too, but I guess they're not recruiting right now. Oh, that's right. This caught my eye when we walked in. I noticed you're always wearing headphones. I take it you're really into music? How about I play you a song to break the ice between us? Sound good?
Oh, sounds romantic. I didn't know you could play piano, Ryoji.
Well, see for yourself. How was that? Any good? I thought if I impressed you, it might be a good way for us to hit it off. There's so much that I'm not comfortable or familiar with yet, so I want to keep learning and trying new things. I heard you transferred here too, back in spring. Seems like we have a thing or two in common. You think we can be friends? What do you say?
Sure, man. We're already friends.
Oh, thanks. It does somehow feel like we've known each other for a long time already. So, what are we supposed to do in this situation? Oh, right. I think we exchange phone numbers? Sorry, I don't have my phone right now. Why don't you just give me your contact info? I'll note it down and get back to you later. Thanks. I'll be in touch. Looks like we still have some time before it gets dark. How about you show me around the school? Just whatever parts you're familiar with.
After giving Ryoji a tour of the school, I return to the dorm. There's something about him that lingers in my mind. I'll admit he's a bit of a space case, but that's not the worst thing in the world. He seems like he means well, and all stats of the equipped persona have been raised by 1. Too bad I didn't have a good persona equipped for that. Now, on this day in Persona 3 Portable, something a bit unique happens once we hit the after-school segment. Hey, Zoe! Come here! Come over here! Junpei beckons you over. Oh, what's the matter, Junpei? You know the new transfer student, right? Has he been introduced to you yet? Anyways, this is Zoe Collins. Hello. She transferred here earlier this year. Oh, I see. I'm Ryoji Mochizuki. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you too, Ryoji. Hey, what's wrong? What are you gaping at? Huh? Oh, I just got the strangest feeling when I looked at Zoe-chan. It's like, I don't know, nostalgia? Have we met before? Haha, wow, that's one of the oldest pickup lines in the book. That's not how I meant it. Anyway, I hope we'll get along. Ryoji gently offers his hand. You went with the flow and shook it. You've been introduced to the friendly transfer student, Ryoji Mochizuki. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a new bond. Thou shalt be blessed when creating personas of the Fortune Arcana. And yes, in Persona 3 Portable, Ryoji, rather than representing a linked episode, or precisely nothing in Persona 3 Vanilla and FES, he is instead the representative for the Fortune social link for the FEMC. So, this is a bit of a unique one, and we'll be going over it as we go through the game. This first rank is automatic, and in fact it has quite a few ones that automatically go up, but there will be some pressure to advance this link manually. And again, we'll go over that when it becomes a bit more relevant. But hey, now the FEMC can finally get fusion bonuses on the Fortune Arcana. That Arcana's kind of been languishing in this version of the game. I get the feeling that we'll become good friends. Looking forward to chatting with you more. You are a threat! Aigis suddenly appears from somewhere. Ryoji-san, please step away from Zoe-san. Oh, Aiga-san, would it be alright if I stood closer to you then? Absolutely not! I've never seen Aigas this angry before. Yikes, what's all this about? Yeah, that is very strange. But that's not the only new thing today. Hey, Aigas, what was that all about? Ryoji-san is dangerous. I've reanalyzed him and detect nothing out of the ordinary. However, I have a bad feeling about him. Well, that's neither here nor there, I suppose. Anyways, the other unique thing we've got going on is that it's time for the last rank of Akihiko's social link. This one might get a little bit steamy, so let's head out with Akihiko. Oh, okay. If you want to come to my room? Oh dear. You decide to go to Akihiko's room. Dorm, Akihiko's room.
Sorry, there's nowhere to sit except the floor. Maybe I have a cushion somewhere. Oh, you want something to drink?
Oh, it's alright. Come on. Sit down, Akihiko.
Yeah, I guess I should. Is this better?
Akihiko seems a little flustered.
My room doesn't weird you out, does it?
No, it fits you, Akihiko. I mean, the punching bag and everything.
You think so? That's good.
Akihiko seems relieved.
Though, I guess that means it's me, not my room, that's weird. This is all new for me.
Aw, come on. That's so cute, Akihiko.
Well, hey, don't tease me.
Akihiko turns bright red.
I wanted to give you this today. Will you take it?
And a rabbit doll, hey!
Don't you think it looks like you? What's with that face? It looks just like you. There was a time when I thought I was just seeing Miki in you. But when I bought that, I knew then that wasn't the case. Passing by toy stores always made me think of Miki, but I still kept trying to forget her. I didn't want to face what happened. I kept telling myself I was doing everything I could. Then when I saw that in the store, your face was the first thing that popped into my mind. And then I thought about Miki. I thought about her smiling. If it hadn't been for you, I might never have gotten over it. I would have just pretended that I did. Whether things have been painful or happy, or sad, you've always been there for me. You should know that if you're ever going through hard times, I'll be there for you, too. From now on, we have each other. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you mean a lot to me. I love you.
Akihiko has honestly confided in you how he feels. You sense a strong bond with Akihiko. And with that, the Star Social Link is maxed out. Mamoru will get there eventually, don't worry. I was probably not going to get quite as intimate as Akihiko's. Thou art I, and I am thou. Thou hast established a genuine bond. The innermost power of the Star Arcana hath been set free. We bestow upon thee the ability to create Hallel, the ultimate form of the Star Arcana. The Akihiko Sonata Social Link has reached its maximum level. You have mastered the Akihiko Sonata Social Link. Your power to create personas of the Star Arcana has reached its maximum. Zoe Collins has forged a bond that cannot be broken. The Star Social Link is at its maximum level. You can now create Hallel, the one who holds up the light.
I wonder how things would have gone if you hadn't come here. I mean, Port Island in general, not this room. Don't think I'm gonna lose control or anything because I let you in here. Oh, come on, don't laugh like that. You're the only one I can act this way around. Would you mind calling me Aki? Come on, let me hear how it sounds.
Okay, call him Aki.
Thanks. I'll be sure to make you happy. In time, I hope you can find even more about me to love.
You spent a long time with Akihiko. What do you think about that Ryoji kid? He's going around asking out every girl he sees. Damn, I wish I had his guts. Ooh, he's gonna pick up a reputation in due time. Not another one. Yukari is too familiar with the type. But I think that's good enough for this video. We've gotten quite a lot done. We had an Elizabeth Day, we had a couple linked episodes, Junpei and the newly introduced Ryoji. Wonder what the significance is of him having a linked episode. And of course, we got Junpei to give those flowers to Chidori, or at least we psyched him up into doing that. Hopefully he actually followed through on that. With that, yeah, that's where we're gonna call it. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, but it's my right to waste your time.